We are now 6 months into President Trump's second term, and support for one of his biggest campaign promises is down. New CBS News polling shows fewer Americans are backing Trump's deportation agenda than a few months ago. As you see right there, 49% of Americans support the program right now. That's down 5 points from last month and down 10 points from February. CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand is at the White House to talk more about this. Natalie, good morning. Despite this dip, though, the administration shows no signs of scaling back deportation efforts. So how is the White House interpreting these numbers?
Good morning, Errol. Yeah, the administration continues to defend its sweeping deportation policies despite, these dipping numbers, community pushback from Democratic leaders in individual states and jurisdictions. And our own Camilo Montoya Galvez secured a first network sit-down with the acting ICE director, Todd Lyons, who talked to him about the priority of the administration. He argues that agents are being forced to go into communities more often to arrest individuals living in the U.S. illegally, he says, because more cities and states have adopted sanctuary city policies, which limits the cooperation between local law enforcement and federal authorities. So Camilo really pressed him on whether the administration is still prioritizing the worst of the worst, as it says, in light of what Camilo and others have seen regarding arrests of day laborers, for instance, farm workers, others in the service industry that have even triggered some, business concern. Take a listen to what Lyons told CBS News.
ICE is going to focus on the worst of the worst. And that's what we do need to focus our limited resources on. But we do have to go out into the community and make those arrests. And that's where you are seeing those increase of, if we encounter someone, say, that is here in the country legally, we will take them into custody.
So he's referencing what's been termed as collateral arrests. They are still arresting people here in the country illegally, even if they were not the initial targets. Now, Lyons also told Montoya Galvez that the administration plans to hold accountable employers and businesses who hire illegal workers and also, what he says, exploit those laborers. Errol.
And Natalie, the president's overall approval rating dipped slightly, according to our latest CBS News poll. Where does it stand now, and could that bring about any change?
We'll have to see how the administration reacts to these dipping numbers, particularly when you look at an area that's been a source of strength for the president, the economy. Our polling shows that a lot of people continue to say that they'd like to see more focus on lowering prices and not as much focus on tariffs. Now, typically in the past, the president, as with other past presidents, have downplayed any dipping numbers. But this is going to become more and more important as we inch closer to the midterms. And the president and the administration really have to try to fine-tune their messaging around some of these topics where the public is not sold. Now, Margaret Brennan on Face the Nation, she spoke to Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick about particularly the polling on tariffs and how the public feels about that. He said, well, the public's going to love the deals that they see in the next couple of weeks. But that really remains to be seen, Errol, as we hit that August 1st deadline. And there are still so many questions about how the new tariff policy will ultimately impact prices.
All right, Natalie Brand, with those latest headlines. Natalie, thank you.